Hi there, today I want to show you a lick that sounds like this. So as you probably noticed, it's actually two licks, but I put them together and you can keep going on those same two licks over and over. And they're also very, very similar. They're pretty much identical except for the ending of the lick. So before I show you exactly how I'm playing the notes, this is based on really a technique, a concept. I recommend you start exploring this technique if you haven't used it before by just using your right hand without a pick. And what I'm talking about is you're playing double stops. That's when we play two notes together. So on, for example, 5th fret on the G string and the B string, and 7th fret. Now you can pluck them with your fingers like this. You can use a pick, too, of course. I like to use my ring finger and my middle finger to pluck them like this, and then I use my thumb on the D string. Because when you use your fingers, you get a more mellow tone. It's a rounder, much more pleasant sound. And then next thing is what is cool about this lick is I'm taking two notes and then I'm bending to get up to what we might have played this way if we didn't bend it, but as we bend it, we get. Okay, so the notes I'm playing, I'm starting on the D string on the 7th fret, using my thumb here, with my ring finger on the left hand. And then I play these double stops. Now index finger 5th fret on the G string and the B string. And then up to 7th fret. Right? And I play it kind of soft. And next, I'm hitting those two strings, or plucking here with my middle finger and my ring finger, and then I'm bending my left hand down. And if I keep bending, you can hear I'm ending up with the same notes as I would have as these two, which is 9th fret on the G string and 8th fret on the B string. So it's like playing, but it sounds way cooler when you bend it, right? And oh, there's an example of how you can fret out, like the string, the bottom E string now flipped off the fretboard. And that can happen depending on how your guitar is set up. If you have that problem on your guitar when you're playing this, your B string is off the fretboard, going like that, then you would have to bend upwards, which works just as well, as you can hear. But I find it harder. Now there's a third way you could do this, and some people like to play. So what I'm doing here now is I'm using my ring finger on the G string on the 7th fret and my pinky on the B string, and then I'm bending with those two fingers on the left hand. So your goal is to go from to note-wise, right? See, that works too. So I suggest you experiment with this and see which one you like the best. I prefer to do the downwards bend with my ring finger. the other thing is if you don't if you don't let these two notes ring out very long, you don't have to bend it all the way up the pitch either perfectly well. You can just go. Right? I'm just bending a little bit. But if I want to hold those two notes, I can't bend that little. I need to bend more. So getting the right pitch when you do the bends, that requires some practice, but it's definitely doable. And explore the three ways I've shown you: downwards, upwards, or with using the two fingers together. I find the last one is hardest for me. Okay, anyway, so the lick then, the whole thing. Then coming back to the 7th fret, 5th fret, 7th fret, 5th fret. So that part is then. And the last part. So that's just D string on the 7th and 5th frets. And then ending the lick on the G string 5th fret. Now you can pick every note there, or you can do pull-offs and hammer-ons. However you feel it sounds most smooth and tasty. And then the second time I'm playing this lick, I'm playing. So the difference there is going up to the G string 5th fret and then finishing with 7th and fret and 5th fret on the D string. And both times, the ending note, I like to do a slide down. So the note rings really briefly. That's like that. And making sure you can hear the slide. I think that's cool. And I picked that up from listening to John Scofield. He often does that. It's kind of a cool approach. So, yeah, I have this drum track here that you can download here. It's just a little shuffle drum track, and you can practice playing along with this. So let's play it together. I'll count you in. 1, 2, 3. Right? You get to take this idea and build upon it and explore it further. And you can also experiment with how hard you hit the strings. Right? You can even do pull-offs and hammer-ons from using these double stops. See, I'm just going. I'm hammering on and pulling off with my middle finger down to the index finger. Now you can also use your pick to play this lick. See, it sounds a little different with a pick. It has a harder attack than my fingers. And this is what's called hybrid picking, when you use your pick to play on the one string, and then you use your middle and ring fingers to pluck on the strings below. It's something I use a lot, and it's a really good technique to explore. So that's a great technique to use for this lick. It's just anytime you're playing on the D string, you use the pick. And then for the double stops, you use your middle finger and your ring finger to pluck up. The last note I like to pluck down with my finger. You can use your pick if you want. And one more thing, you might have noticed when I'm playing this lick, sometimes I'm plucking and I'm bending up, pushing downwards, and then I release and come back. See, it's like almost like a pedal steel player. So that's a great technique to learn. So I hope you enjoyed that. Now I think it's a cool idea to take a lick like this and make two variations on it, just like I did in this example. They're pretty much the same lick, but one has an ending that's different from the other. So you end up with two versions of it. And then when you play it over and over, it sounds really cool because it's slightly different. You can hear that it ends differently. And then you do the previous one again, and then you can sort of milk this idea and repeat it over and over. And it works really well in a solo. You know, I definitely would use something like this for a while in my lead until I come up with another idea or run out of steam on doing this one. So let's do that one more time. 1, 2, 3. Right. You see, you can get a very different sound from the lick depending on how you attack the strings, how you play it. Sometimes I use my pick, sometimes I plucked, sometimes I hit hard, sometimes I plucked softly. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed that one, and I'll see you soon.